What's up, people? What's up, people? It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. Y'all give me a second. My mic done failed. All right, here we go. Here we go. What's up, people? What is the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal? I hope y'all enjoy y'all beautiful, beautiful Thursday. All right. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this. All right, what is going on? I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Welcome to the live stream. It is Patreon Day, man. Patreon Day, it is finally here. Tomorrow is the actual release, and I am excited about it, man. I have been talking to a lot of people, and I just want to shout out to everybody that I've talked to about being a part of the process. I just want to thank y'all, man. So the Patreon, man. Let's talk about the Patreon today. We going in on the Patreon today. It's been a lot of mad man hours putting a lot of this stuff together, and the outcome of the whole thing is to help the up and coming producer. And I've talked about it, so I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth today. So what I want to do is that there's these different levels that I'm gonna have, right? So the overall objective is that if you're an up and coming producer, and this is not gonna be for an advanced person. This is just gonna be, this is remembering the people that's trying to get there. Maybe some of the advanced people can hear some and get some out of it, but it's going to be geared towards the up-and-coming producer that's never had placements before, don't know anything about it. And I remember when I was going through this and the things that I had to learn, and the things I had to unlearn, and the mistakes and all these different things. And now that I'm on a good stride, I decided that it would be good to give back, man, to give people some information that they can take with them, and hopefully I can be a part of the process of them getting their first placement. Man, my boy Card, what it do, man? Card Wilkinson, what is the deal, man? What it do? Man, yeah, man. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. But I just want to help that up and coming producer that has been in this game a little bit, and they may not know of everything going on. They may have some idea. They may have something that that they know, but they need other things to get to the next level. And I want to help them get to the next level. Now, in this Patreon, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be hard. These are not get placement quick situations. It's not a magic wand that you hit and boom, you have placements. There's things that you have to do, things that you have to apply yourself to. And what I want to do is show people how to do that. I remember the long road for me getting my very first placement. And placement meaning you did a song with an artist. You got a song placed with a library, or you got a song placed with whatever. You have something that your name is on that you are a part of. That's what I want to kind of gear towards some of those people. So on the Patreon, I got these levels that I'm going to be doing. One level is going to be for the community. I'm going to be giving information. I'm going to be doing live streams. In the live streams, I'm going to have artists that I work with what was it about me that they liked that said, okay, I want to give this guy a chance to be a part of my process, to be a part of my album, to be a part of my project, whatever. Um, and how, what was it about him that said, oh, I got to use that guy. That's the guy I want to use. I'm gonna have artists. I'm gonna have different people on here sharing business knowledge. I'm gonna have people on here sharing information on personalities, information on uh, being approaching people and how to build the brand of what you do. So I have people that I'm gonna have on here. They're gonna give this information. We're starting out the series. There's a 5-part series that I'm starting out with, and they're gonna be dropped weekly. It's gonna be weekly information because I have homework for some of the people. Like I said, it's gonna be information that it's gonna be information, man. It's gonna be. I want whoever that comes to the Patreon, I want them to be a part of the process of getting your first placement, and know that is hard work. It does not just happen. Nothing just happens. I remember 2 years ago. Now I've got my first placement. Oh man, 4 or 5 years ago, right? And so when I got my first placement, it was all about how am I going to get the next one, and my goal that I had was not. My goal has never been just to be number one. It has never been my only goal. One of my goals is to be known as a top producer, known as a top composer. But I have other goals outside of that. That's just one side of it. And so on my way there, I'm going to be taking the Patreon people with me on my way. So I'm just going to have a bunch of information that you may not have gotten this in depth in a regular scenario. So, man, I spent so much time on YouTube trying to find real hard evidence of what it takes. And it gives one side, and it's from third party of the situation. So what I want to do is I want to bring, and there may be some out there that go deeper. I'm just saying from what I saw. So what I want to do is I want to bring information that you wouldn't find anywhere else. But a lot of it is about working hard, just really honing in on what you need to do for yourself and what you need to do to work on your craft, and build your business, stuff like that. So, that's one level. That's one tier of the situation. So I have another tier where maybe you just getting started. You need you want to show yourself to a bigger audience. So I'm gonna have you play. I'm gonna have everyone in this particular tier. They're gonna put information together to share with the community or share with people that watch my YouTube. I don't have a million subscribers or anything like that, right? I do have people that watch my YouTube that can get you started on your way. And that's what it's all about from what I have going on. It's about getting you started and being a part where you graduate from this to go on and do your own thing because now you have so much work going. Cord say let's talk turkey. I'm on board. Jack the support. Hey man, I cannot wait, bro. Like I can't wait for people to see what I have stored for the people that's gonna be on Patreon. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be something that you probably wouldn't expect in a setting like that. So it's gonna be crazy. So that's the second tier. The second tier is gonna be able to work with me, or we're gonna work together, and I'm gonna have you to share your information on this particular platform and really get in there. Maybe you've never done it before. You want to learn how to do that, or maybe you just want to show it to to another audience which is cool. I'm cool with that. And that's the second tier. Now the third tier is going to be I'm going to be working with whoever's in this tier on work that I already have going, something that I'm already doing. I'm already working on it, and it's something already in the works. And I'm going to get with you and say, hey, this is what we have. This is what we're looking for. How do you want to approach this? And I want to put you put your name on the deal and give you a certain split of what this is going to consist of. So it's going to be like a team effort of work that I already have going. I already have a lot of work going right now. I have so much work going. Imagine this, right? Imagine having a full-time job and you have this list of work that you're already doing. Not only that, you're trying to build your YouTube, but this list of work that you already have, I can't put it on YouTube. So it's work outside of the work. So being able to bring you into this private platform where I can say, here's what we're doing. I can get with you and say, here's what we're doing. This is how we need to do it, or this is what we're working on. What's your input on it? And then give you a split of the deal. It's a split of, and I'm very transparent of what the project is, who is with, what it consists of. I'm very transparent with that. Because I want you to know the truth. This is not going to be a situation where I'm hiding information, especially on that level where it consists of you making money from it. I'm gonna be very open about it and I'm gonna show you things that need to be done and what the company is particularly looking for. So these levels are gonna be very intense levels. They're gonna be very intense, Cord. Just so you know that. It's gonna be very intense, bro. I hope you're ready, man. But I had to give me. But that's gonna be level 3. So whether if it's an artist that I'm working with that need music, whether if it's film and TV that I'm working on, regardless to what it is, I'm gonna put it out there. Whoever in the third tier is gonna say, "Oh, I would love to work on that." And the way I'm gonna do, I'm gonna randomly select a person, and whoever, and it's gonna come down to, it's gonna come down to so many different things too, right? So I randomly select you for some, and maybe it's not your thing. Then I will say, hey, I know that you're really big with hip hop, and this is a film and TV that is a thriller, and that's probably not your lane. It's probably not what you are really good at. So it's gonna be open communication, and if you say to me, well, I want to take a try at it, I want to see what see what I can do with it, then we'll go for it. We'll go for it. I'm gonna keep it fair across the board. But the thing is that I just want producers, man, music producers, music composers. I want up and coming. Let me say up and coming. I want you to have an opportunity to have your name on something. A lot of times your resume says everything, and it took me a long time to get to the first placement or the first company or first whatever. It took me a long time because I didn't have any resume. I didn't have anything behind me that says I even knew what I was doing. And so there's a way around that. There's a way to do this to where you can get around that. Don't let anybody tell you that it's easy. Don't let anybody tell you that this is easy. This is not easy. Especially as an up and coming, because no one knows you, no one knows what you can do. They don't even know if you have the work ethic to handle the information. They don't even know if you have enough wherewithal to handle what they're asking for. I'm going to give you information It's like okay, so I'll give this. So on the five ways to get your the um five things to getting your first placement. Um in the first episode I'm talking about working on your craft. Um Everything after that does not matter if you have not worked on your craft. That's facts. If you don't have good music, everything that you everything after that don't matter if your music is not good. Um if you don't know certain music theory. Now and I'm not saying that you have to know music theory, but if you don't know where to place a bass on a chord in a progression, that's the difference. Like you can't put the wrong bass to a chord. Like it don't work. It does not work. And so, um, and there's certain scenarios where that when it comes to like film and TV, you can sometimes you can kind of venture off into those worlds like that where you can add this crazy stuff that don't make sense musically, but it makes sense to a scene. That's one thing. But if you're doing hip hop, R&B, pop, country, whatever, you don't know parts, you don't know music theory, like the basis of music theory, then it's hard to get placements. It's hard to find somebody that'll allow you to work on their project. Every artist wants to be the top artist. Every one of them. Every no artist gets in this wanting to just be a local artist. None of them. None of them. All of them want to be, even if it's getting outside of, maybe you're the best, maybe you're the best local artist in your city. That's still not just being a local artist. That's being the best local artist. And so you as a producer is a part of that process. And if you don't know how to get them there, if you don't know the information that it takes to get them there, then you're just a beat maker sending beats. And that's fine. That's cool. You got to understand the difference between a music producer and a beat maker. And we're going to talk about both at Patreon because there's something for both of you in the Patreon. Because I know plenty of beat makers that make a lot of money just making beats, sending them out, or making beats, putting them on BeatStars, Airbit, and they make a lot of money. Did you know one of the number one hits of this year was bought from a BeatStars account? Lil Nas, that was a BeatStars beat. Lil Nas, Hometown Road was a BeatStars beat. And that's just somebody on the site looking for some beats. They found one, paid for it, did the deal, and put it out, right? There is nothing wrong with being a beat maker at all, right? I just found that my path was a little different than a beat maker because I want to be a part of the process. I like being in the studio with an artist, or I have a setup where I could do a stream like online, like a video chat where I can share my screen and all that good stuff. And so I have that set up, but I like to be a part of the process with the artist. I like being in their brain and they say, hey, I want to I want to make a track today. I'm feeling real mellow, and I just want something that I want to feel like I'm at the beach, and I can hear the waves, and I'm just I want to feel that. And I want to be able to dig deeper to that to where I can say, okay, well, let's create that. Where really the artist is the one that's creating the track. You're just the translator of what they're creating in their brain. And that's being a music producer. There's a difference. And so in the Patreon, we're going to talk about those differences. We're going to talk about the path as a beat maker and your path as a producer. I've done both, and I failed at both at times. And I've been successful at both at times also. Understand as a producer, your social media numbers don't really matter. Sometimes they do, most times they don't. You can have a producer with millions of subscribers that like the way he look, like the way he act, or like when he travels, something like that. But they are not buying his beats or they're not buying his services. Maybe 1,000 of those 20,000 followers are actually purchasing his service. And so if you have a small following right now, don't let that discourage you. Yes, work on your image, work on what people see, which is a part of the first thing. That's a part of working on your craft. Your craft is more than just music. Your craft is the way you handle. Here's the breakdown. Working on your craft is working on your music, working on your personality, and working on your business. That's working on your craft. That's perfecting your craft in all three of those areas. What if your music is good and you don't have the personality and the business side, you're still at level one. Still at level one. Because anybody can they could buy your music and you get a bad deal because you don't know the business side of it. They may have you can sell hundreds of beats and don't know the business side of it, and you getting played on the other end of it. And these are things you have to know. You can have the business side down pat, but your music sucks. You still missing a piece. You can have the business, you can have the music, but people hate to see you around because your personality sucks. And so it's having this complete package of things that helps you win in the end, right? And so these are the things we're going to be talking about. Shout out to Bang. Those are some really good drinks. And I'm needing some energy today. It's been a long day. It's been a long couple weeks, man. It's been a lot going on. But these are the things you have to know. As a music producer, beat maker, how do you handle yourself as a whole? And you have to work on each part of it. You should be setting aside time to work on your music, working on your personality, reading books, working on your business side, reading information. I can't say that I'm just a reader. I find information. Sometimes I force myself to read stuff because I just need to know the information. And how do I get there? That's the thing. It's a big group of work that has to be done. First of all, you have to be willing to do it. You have to be willing to put that time in. There's days, and you can ask anybody I know, anybody that know me. Working a full-time job, and you get home. You work a full-time job, you get home and work out, and you can work out early in the morning or whichever way, right? And by the time you're done, you want to sit down. You want to kind of rest. You want to, get ready for the next day. But when you have these goals, you have to be willing to put the time in, set that time aside, figure out a schedule, get up in the morning, early in the morning. If that fits your schedule, get up in the morning. If you got kids and you got to get up and get them ready for school and stuff like that, it could be different. But maybe you can stay up later at night or I don't know, something. You got to make it work some kind of way, and you have to do it strategically to get what you're trying to get. So you got to be able to mold yourself in order to get to the places that you're trying to get to musically. I'm going to talk about matching your style with artists. A lot of times as a producer, you're sending out music to a bunch of artists that does not even have the same style. There's a style clash, and you're wasting time sending just everywhere. I don't have anything against sending everywhere, but I feel like just over the years that I've learned, it's a waste of time. You're spamming people with check my beats out, and you don't have a plan of what you're doing. Not knowing that you have a better chance of getting a placement with the artist that matches your style. So if you do trap music and you're sending out to a group of people and they don't do trap, then you just kind of wasted this time where you could have spent it strategically getting with artists, like reaching out to them individually. You got, again, to go back to personality. You have to have a good personality. So if I reach out to somebody and I say, hey, I paid attention, or I've been watching you for a couple months now, and I love your style of music. It fits my style that I do, and I want to see if you would like to work with me. I have a track that I created, and I want you to see if you like it. And if you don't like it, there's no hard feelings. But I just thought it would match. I just thought it matched your style. That's true. See, I just dropped game. I just dropped some good game on you, man. This is things that you need to know. These are things you need to know, and how to get to those people. Social media has opened up everything. And so how do you get there? That's what we need to know. So the Patreon is going to do that. I also have a part on the Patreon. This is tier 4. And tier 4 is for artists, right? So if you're an artist and you see what's going on in the community and you say, hey, I want to work with that. So I have a budget there. Now know your budget, man. As an artist, you have to know, you have to invest in yourself. As an artist, you have to invest. Don't go into a mindset that somebody's going to give you a free beat. Please don't do that. It happens a lot of times when people reach out to you, but when you want to work with someone, just know this. You're not adding them any value when you do a track today. The only value that you do to them is that you have did a song produced by this particular person. Normally, you're not advertising the producer. You're spending time advertising yourself. You spend money on advertisement. Just imagine if you did not have a producer to have a beat. You couldn't advertise acapellas all the time where you just singing, there's no music, you just singing. You could, it's possible. But if you have a structure of songs that you have that's created by you and another person, you as an artist don't spend time advertising the producer because you have to spend time advertising yourself. So what does the producer get out of that if you are not paying them financially for their time, for the equipment that they've purchased? Equipment is not cheap. It is not cheap at all. And so what value are you offering them if your brand that you're doing is to take care of is to advertise yourself? And a lot of times as artists, you don't even put who produced the track in the credits. So as an artist, man, stop thinking that stuff is free. Stuff is not free. As a producer, stop thinking stuff is free. Good business means that you have to invest in yourself. Stuff is not free. The information that I've gotten over the years, I've paid for it all. I've paid for it all. And I know producers and people don't want to talk about money, but here we gonna talk about money. That's just the way it go. I'm just straight to the point of it. We have to talk about the finances of it. It's not all. There's gonna be times, there's still times. I may reach out to somebody and I may say, hey, I just want to do some work with you. Let's do a song. Let's do a track. And I may not charge that person nothing on the front end. There's times that I do it. But I don't need them saying to me, I want to do a track with you, but I'm gonna pay you on the back end because what I mean, I'm gonna blow up. Well, if you're gonna blow up, invest. That's what you're gonna do. So we have to do good business with each other. In order for this thing to work, we gotta do good business. So, um, what I wanted to say with that is that make sure if you're an artist and you want to work, when you go there, it has a monthly assessment with it, a monthly fee with it. And the rules are broken down on there, so you'll be able to read it and understand what it's meaning. And I like to say this out front. When you do that, just know that's not going to be a continual thing. I don't want you thinking this is going to be continual. This is only going to be for the time we're working together. For the time frame we are working together, that's what this is going to be for. So, got people calling me. Just know that that's what that is for. There's a minimum of tracks that we will do. These are going to be exclusive tracks. And when you see it, you'll know that's what it's for. And I just want to make sure I say that up front, so you can understand what it means. I'm gonna give you minimal, and what this does for me is to make sure that you're working. That's all it does for me. If we're gonna work together on anything, I need to know that you're putting in the work that I'm putting in. Because I'm gonna be putting in real work to it to make sure that I'm doing the best job for you as an artist. That's what I want to do. I want the artist to be completely satisfied. And with me, there's no such thing as no. You say to me, man, I wish you could. I want to add a such and such to it. I'm not gonna be the one to say no. I may give my opinion. I may say, hey, well, you think that would fit, blah, 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 blah. And if you say, yeah, I just want that, hey, it's on there. It's on there. And if when I send it to you, you say, hey, I want to change this, then I change it. It's no back and forth with me because, again, I'm just trying to pull out the image that you have in your head musically. And when it all fit, then it fit. It fits the way you want it to fit. So those are the 4 tiers of the Patreon. If y'all have any questions about this, man, please comment, email me or something. I want to know what your questions are so we can go from there. I think that was it, man. And so I'm doing a giveaway also, right? So regardless to what tier you're in, I'm going to randomly select someone this month. I'm going to give it 30 days. I'm on the 30th of September. I don't know what date it is right now. I'm assuming 30 days. I'm just say 30 days from Friday, right? 30 days from Friday, I'm going to randomly select someone, does not matter what tier you're in, to work on a project that I have coming up in October. October, I think is October. I have a project that I'm working on for October that I'm going to be doing at that time, and I'm gonna randomly select a person that's going to work on that project with me. I have a couple different things that I'm doing, so it'll be good because if maybe you're not filming TV, maybe you are hip hop, maybe you R&B, something like that. So I have a couple things going on, but I'm gonna randomly select someone to be a part of this project with me. Once it's all said and done, we'll talk numbers as far as the percentages and all that good stuff. But I have some things that I'm working on. I want you to be a part of it. And I think that is going to be it for the Patreon. So the Patreon is going to be patreon.com/Focuz Music, FOCUZMUZIK. Matter of fact, if you come across this live right now, I will tell you that it is open this moment. You can go in and actually look around. You can go ahead and join early if you want, but it is available. It's been available for the last 2 weeks, but I've been just kind of working it out and making sure everything works, and I did some attachments. So, so if you want to, you can go ahead and join right now. It is available. Patreon.com/backslash Focus Music. I'm going to tag this in the comments. You can see it. And all you got to do is click on it, and you will be able to pull it up from there. And once you get sure that you want to become a Patreon, go ahead and click and go from there. We'll start this thing up. This video is already on there. There's going to be one posting tomorrow. There's going to be one posting every Friday after that. Now, in between Fridays, I'm going to be doing a live stream twice a month after this month. So we'll do September. In October, starting in October, I'm gonna start doing a live stream I'm gonna start doing it twice a month. Excuse me. That give me a time to get some people in that, because I want it to be the people that are in that tier that's bringing their information. What I really want to. Now, there will be some surprise off the cuff streams and our videos, depending on the person that I'm doing it with. And it's going to be from someone. It's going to be me interviewing somebody else about certain information that either somebody asked a question on in a Patreon, or it's just going to be information that I feel like is valuable to you as an up-and-coming producer. So Patreon's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be crazy. I got a lot of stuff planned for it. I got videos that are already ready to go, but I want to do it in a strategic time where I want to interact with everyone that's on there. So that's why I'm saying I'm giving homework. I'm giving things I want you to do. That way you're interacting. I don't want to, and I don't edit those videos, so to say. I just let them go. Because I don't want to, I want you to get all of the information. I want you to get all the information. I don't want to shortchange you by no means, but I have so much information to give, and I so badly want to help someone. I cannot wait until someone gets their first deal on their own based on the information they learn from the Patreon, because I'm going to be helping people get work done. I got plenty of work. I got plenty of work to be done. But I want that person to take this stuff and reach out on their own and find work that they can do. And if you've never had a placement before, hopefully you'll get your first placement out of the Patreon, because that's what it's all about for me. That's the goal. That's going to be the most satisfying thing ever, is that part that you have gotten something that was given to you when you really didn't know it or whatever, and it's not a wide variety of things. It's this one certain thing that you had to change, that once you make that change, then everything else changed for you. And then you graduate on from the Patreon, and maybe you come back at some point and say, hey man, thank you. Thanks, thank the community or something like that. Because really this is not about me. This Patreon is not about me at all. It's about people that want a chance. I remember wanting just a chance, man. Just somebody that will give me a chance to show my talent and give me a chance to, take me under their wing and say, hey, this is what you need to do. I'm talking about directly, not abroad, but directly. This is what you need right here. And I'll tell y'all this too. I'm going to be sharing information from other producers that I see that are good, and I'm going to be sending you to their stuff, because again, they're people that I've watched. Shout out to K Sound, man. Shout out to my boy Kev Beats, the big homie Kev. I mean, shout out to um, man, his name is Cornell. I cannot think his stage name. My boy, man. Man, I can't even think of his name up top. I know his government name, but I know he got another name that he goes by music. But man, these guys know who they are, man. Shout out to all those guys that I've watched over the years just create. They got good business. They got good things going on. I watched these guys over the years. They got me to this place. Shout out to my boy Mar from Mo Beats. Mar from Mo Beats was the guy. And you can look this dude up. All these people you can look up. I know K-Sound, ksound.com, and it's a K-SOUNDS or KSS. It's some weird spelling. Urban Chord Music. I don't know who that is, Chord. Oh, is that you, Chord? Let me know if that's you, my boy. But yeah, man, K Sound. He's on YouTube. Watched him for years. Guy's dope. We did a Christmas thing last year, the year before that, whichever one it was. We had like 25 days of beat making or something. It was crazy. It was like a lot of work, but it taught me something different. It taught me how to just keep pushing. K Sound. Kev is, I want to say liveoffbeats.com, I think it is. I'm gonna say Cornell, man. Cornell is I can't remember what his name. He used to have a name. Hey, shout out to Urban Chord Music, man. Shout out to Urban Chord Music. You got a website, man? Let me know if you have a website. But I'm finna, you know what? I'm finna look these dudes up right now. I want y'all to see them. Y'all to see these guys. These guys mean a lot to me, bro. And I've always want you to follow them. I can't pull up the screen. Never mind. I'm actually on the screen. Okay. Anyway, like I said, let's just look them up. K Sound, Live Off Kev, the big homie Kev. If you put that in, I'm sure it'll come up. I can't remember Cornell's stuff, man. He gonna see this, he gonna be like, bro. Shout out to homie Snipe Young. Snipe Young is Snipe Young's big dude, bro. Not big, but big name. Quiet guy, really, really humble dude, but man, dude has been killing it. He's got some number ones on the Billboard charts. He just did some joints off of Chris Brown. He did some stuff for Beyonce. Corn working on a new site this week. Corn, man, yeah, though, yeah, we gonna have to get together, man, so we can share your information, bro, for real. Snipe Young, man, I look up to this guy's from a little small town. He's out in LA now, but he's grinded his way to where he's at. He's got some gold records, platinum records. This guy is doing everything. He did some work with Beyonce and Chris Brown and all these big people, but he's still a humble guy. And I've always liked that about dudes. So these are guys, man. Mar from Mo Beats. He's a producer. He does a lot of Christian stuff. He's had some bangers over the years, man. He was like one of the first guys I saw and just kind of looked up to. Corn, man, I appreciate it, bro. Man, I appreciate it, bro. From the bottom of my heart, man. You're the first person, man. I think you're gonna be the very first person that signed up. We gotta do something, man. We gotta do something, bro. We gotta do something for you being the very first person. We gotta do something, my boy. Man, Marv from Mo Beats. He was the first guy that I actually just connected with. Marv, I tell this story all the time, man. Marv was the first person to tell me, man, that beat is whack. He was the first person, man, that told me that. And I'll never forget it, man. I appreciate dude for telling me it was whack, man. I needed that because, until something, I would never tell nobody they stuff whack. But I won't tell them it's dope unless it really is. But I may take it and I may take it and do something like, hey, maybe you should work on this or work on that or something like that. My phone is blowing up. My phone only starts blowing up when I get salute to you too, man. For real, bro. For real. And I guarantee you won't be disappointed in this deal, man. I promise you won't be disappointed. Let me ask you this: how long you been producing, bro? How long you been producing, like hardcore producing? How long has it been? I mean, we're gonna put it on record today, and we're gonna see where you at in the next 5-6 months. How long you been producing, and have you ever been placed on something before? Like, have you ever sold to an artist, or have you ever been a part of a project, or anything like that? That's what I want to know. We're gonna see. We're gonna experience. You're gonna be my experiment. Gonna be my experiment, dog. If you fall into that category, you may be top dude, and I just don't know it. You might be, man. But man, so yeah, I have like I say, Marv was the first person that told me that, and he created this thing that I'm doing today. Because I realized at that moment I really looked up to him, and when he told me that, I was like, oh man, I gotta work on this. Like, I gotta really work on this and make sure I get this together. So he was that person that really was honest and told me that. So I appreciate Marv forever. And I told him that not too long ago. I talked to him on social media or something like that. Hardcore 3 years and never had a placement. Perfect. So as of today, we'll just say launch day. You've never had a placement, but you've been producing for 3 years. This is on record. It's on record. I'm writing it down. I'm gonna write it down, bro. I'm gonna write it down right now because I want to know. That's information I want to know. I got my boy Cord, and he's been producing for 3 years, no placements, and we're gonna start it off tomorrow, which will be August 30th, 2019. Now we gonna see how long it take after everything that we do. We're gonna see how long it take to get your first placement. That's what we're gonna see. See how long it take to get your first placement. Starting after tomorrow. I love this, man. I love this dude. You have no idea how much I'm intrigued by this right here. This. I love this, bro. Man, if you know anybody else, man, share this information with them, bro. Share this. Share it with them. I love this, man. This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be amazing, man. So, I'm got a couple things I need to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Anybody that come across this, like I say, man, share this with anybody up and coming. Yes, sir. Up and coming producers, and you want to get your not only. And Cord, I'll say this to you too. We're not even going to only look for getting your first placement, but we're going to look for building your brand and having a lot of placements, like having a catalog of placements, man. So that's what the outcome of this whole thing is. Once you get your first placement, then it's like, okay, where do I get the next one? Because the first one is it's initial. It's like, okay, what do I need to do for the next one now? Like, how do I get the next one? So it's gonna be it's cool, man. This is great because most people just want a placement. It's like, I just need that first one. or most people just want to get to number one, and once they get to number one, they don't understand staying number one is the struggle. Staying number one is the struggle. It's like the teacher from I can't remember what movie it was, but they gave everybody A's, and the hardest part was keeping the A. That's the hardest part, keeping the A. Getting there is cool, but can you keep it? So that's what we want to do, man. So, man, I'm glad you're here, man. I hope you're ready, bro. This I wasn't even expecting that today. I appreciate that, man. That even encouraged me even more. You have no idea. So be ready, man. Be ready. It's a process, and we gonna get you your first placement, bro. I don't know who, I don't know where, but we gonna get it, and I'm gonna show you how to get there. That's what we gonna do, man. Do something for me, man. Do something for me. We'll get together, bro. I'll reach out to you on the Patreon, and we'll get some information from there. And we'll kind of go from there. I don't want to do it on YouTube. So that's what we do. So, man, thank y'all for being here. It's been almost an hour, and I got so much I need to be doing, but I wanted to take this time to do this today. I'm a man of my word, so if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I can't even say that I had an hour to spend on this today, but I just could not pass it up because I said I was gonna do it, and I gotta finish some things that I'm working on already. So make sure that you like, subscribe, share this video. Hopefully I'll see you at the Patreon if it benefits you. This is not a I'm putting a gun to your head deal. This is only for the ones that is going to benefit from. I'm still going to be on YouTube. I'm still going to be putting stuff out on YouTube, but that is going to be geared towards that group of people. This YouTube is going to be geared towards it's going to have some of that in it, but I'm not going to short my Patreon people with information that they can get from me on YouTube. So it's not going to be the same info. I'm going to have this platform for more plug-in stuff. And also, once I have a goal on my Patreon. Once I reach my goal monthly on the Patreon, I'm start giving away stuff. I'm going to every month. Here's my goal. What I want to do. I want to be able to test plugins. As I'm testing those plugins, I'm giving the same plugin away. So if I'm getting a plugin today, or if once my goal hits and it's for me to be able to test these plugins, I want to go back to my people and say, hey, this is what this plugin does. There's ways that you can benefit from it. Here's how it can be used to get your placement. But I also not only want to just talk about it, but I want to be able to give them a copy, randomly give someone a copy of it also. And man, I'm just all about sharing the knowledge, man. If I could give everybody everything, I would. But I'm just about sharing that knowledge with the people. Shout out to everybody that I've talked to that has helped me get to this point. Big, big, big shout out to Asterisk Music. She know who she is. She's one of my people that be on here. Asterisk Music has been such an encouragement to the Patreon, to the business going forward, to the brand going forward. She has really, 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 if she make it to the end of this video, she may not look at this 50-minute video, hour-long video, but if she does, I hope she sees this, that I'm saying this to her. And I'll probably just tell her offline, but she was the one, man. If you come across this video, go check out Asterisk Music, man. She's on YouTube, and if you see aliens, then you know it's her page. That's all you gotta look for is the aliens. And it's this cat that she uses to talk her videos, and I think it's amazing. But Asterisk Music was the one, man, that really made me put the plow to this deal, really get it done. So that's the last thing I want to say, man. Card, I will see you on Patreon, man. To everybody else, thank y'all for sitting and listening at it, man. I hope to see y'all on the Patreon if that's what you need. And if not, I'll see you on YouTube. You can always follow me on all of my social media platforms. They're all Focus Music or Focus Music Pro. And that's FOCUZMOZUK. And I will see you on the next video. Peace.